The history of Parcours Art du Déplacement. So it was a group of young men. They were the Yamakasi guys. So the Yamakasi group includes David Bell and Sébastien Foucan. All these guys, Yann Neutra, Ciao Bellin, William Bell, Laurent Piemontesi, Charles Perrière, Malik Diouf and Guilain. They were one group of friends practicing the same art. And then, because of different point of view, people renamed it. So David chose Parcours, and Sébastien now chose Freerun. But basically, I think all agree this was at the beginning one and the same discipline, same name, same practicing. So it's just now it evolves and people renamed it differently, but it was one practicing at the beginning. Yeah. So my story is I trained with David. I met the Yamakasi a bit afterwards. It was new, it was interesting, very intense in many ways, physically, mentally. I was just amazed at how far someone can push himself. At the beginning it was strong. What does it mean? They put some values behind this word to be strong. So it started physically. They're starting, yes, doing challenges. Can you lift up these rocks? Can you lift up this car? Can you push this? Can you jump and touch this wall? They started also put some big numbers and amount of repetitions. It was lots of instinct. There were not real methods of training at this time. It took time. I mean, it took time even for them to really understand what they were doing. Today, tracers become a common word. Everybody calls a Parcours Art du Déplacement practitioner a tracer. And I don't know where we come to this point, but basically, tracers is a group of practitioners. And the group of practitioners was my brother, Johan, Sébastien Goudot, Thomas, Michael Ramdani, Kazuma, Jérôme Benawes, Sébastien Foucan, David Bell, and I. So it was a group. After the Yamakasi been created, it was the second group. We called ourselves the Tracers. And today it's a common word. The origin of this word is a group of a person. So for me it's a bit, it puts limitation to the discipline. So after all these troubles we had in France and with the development of parkour with Sébastien and stuff. So I decided to leave and live in Thailand. After a few years there in Thailand, I noticed that I wasn't achieving anything personally. In the same time, Chao from the Yamakasi gave me a call and he said that I should go back to England and do something there because it was growing up and not necessarily in a good way, so I should go there and try to establish something proper. So I said, okay, let's go to England and see what's going on there. If there's something to do, let's do it. It's now or never. I came here, met Forrest, Dan, then we started the generation a few weeks after I just arrived here in London. I realized that if I wanted to make it big and proper, I had to involve the right people also. So I started calling the French tracer. At least for once, we sounds like we're about to do real things for the discipline. I met Chao and William and Laurent and Yann also, and they said, okay, Stéphane, cool. If you do it, we follow you. We can do something together. Before people do it with not the right intention. We find it very hard now for the new practitioner who comes, because for them they see parkour as a media thing, and this is a thing which can generate money and it can be a job. Even if they have good intention, they know this business aspect of it exists. It can be hard for them then to start from the beginning, have the right understanding and the right approach about training. Most of the time people have the energy to go out and train, but they don't pay attention to the details. For instance, you have a certain distance to go quadrupedi, monkey walk. Most of the time people will finish or stop before the line. For instance, I don't cheat with myself. If I say something, I do it. I keep my word. It's more about the attitude you should have during training rather than the exercise itself. The reason we work with Parcours Generation is to make sure people have a better understanding of what is art du déplacement and parkour. For the moment, the problem is that we have a misunderstanding of what it is really. And it's not just about doing a backflip and impress your friends. But if you want to last and still be in shape, you need to really think about what you're doing, understand why you are doing this. Do you know the origin? Do you know the spirit? How it has been created, how it was born? So we try to keep these values, and for us, it's a school of life. It's an art where we practice every day, and not only physically but mentally also. I mean, we all want to be good men in our life, you know, we want to evolve, and there's no point to be very strong in your displacement, but very bad in your everyday life. It's a long journey. It's an everyday work to improve yourself, to be better. To have something deeper, you need to give more effort, to give more of yourself. Be honest with yourself, face your fears, and share and help people, and just be human, you know? So this is why we spend time with people, we train people, we help them, we push them to be better.
Come on. Allez, come on. Keep going. Come on. Yes, almost there. One more. Just one more. Keep going. Go back. Good job. Come on. You can do it. Come on, Joseph, till the end, to the corner. Allez.
I think competition is dangerous for your ego. I like the performance aspect of it, but the problem of competition is parkour is a new discipline, it's a new sport, and it's about to be established and recognized, and I don't think doing a competition right now is the best thing to do for the sport. Parkour is really close to the media, to the show-off aspect, you know, do a backflip and perform in movies and stuff like that. So all this stuff related to the ego is not really good. The competition thing is not really good. But in a way, it's already happening. I'm not really a fan of it. I'm not supporting it at all. None of us on Parkour Generations or the Yamakasi, or I know Sébastien, I know David, none of the founders guys supported the previous World Freerun Championship. None of us support this. Let's make it clear. What we may do in the future, like a world gathering. So first of all, it has to be run from an international association. Different countries has to be involved in the process, has to have their ideas, their input, their discussion. We have to discuss this all together. You can't say it's a World Freerun Championship and you're only one to set it up. This is not true. So we'll find a way to create an event where everybody is represented. It has to be done properly. This is why we take time. We take time to do it. And voilà. Hopefully, between now and the time we'll be ready to release this kind of event with lots of people involved in it, I hope we won't have too much of the crap event we saw recently, because I believe it's very bad for the image of the sport. People use it to make money. That's cool for them if they want to, but for the sport, it's not good. It's too young. It's about to be established, and people will start messing up with it already. The media may have a wrong idea of what the sport is.